There is an energetic frequency within all of us that knows how to receive, how to be intuitive, how to create from a place of absolute stillness. And we're going to talk about stopping the fight and learning how to sink into life and enjoy its delights. What if the real reason that you are feeling anxious or disconnected or tired constantly is actually because you've been taught to survive life rather than receive life? We're living in a world that is addicted to external validation and external gratification, right? We've been conditioned to believe that our power, our personal power, lives in the doing and the building and the conquering. And this is the hypermasculine frequency I talk of. It's beautiful and it's absolutely necessary, but when it's all we have, life becomes a desert, barren of the softness and the flow, which are the qualities that we actually need to allow us to go with the flow of life, right? So therefore, naturally, this imbalance leads to burnout, disconnection, and worse still, a profound sense of that inner confusion. You see, the cause of this disharmony is the lost power, one that doesn't scream to be heard, one that doesn't need effort to get its way. It's actually simply about existing. So today I want to talk to you about sinking into the feminine, because whether you identify as a man, a woman, or other, there is an energetic frequency within all of us that knows how to receive, how to be intuitive, and how to create from a place of absolute stillness. So I'm excited to talk to you about why and what taking your power back actually means, because it's all about stopping the fight and learning how to sink into life and enjoy its delights. You see, there's a misunderstanding about feminine power. You know this. We've all been edited to believe that feminine energy is passive or weak. We think of softness in a way that implies a lack of edge. But in reality, the feminine is the frequency of the ocean. The ocean doesn't try to be powerful. It just is. It is deep, it is vast, and it contains everything, the calm and the storm. And when we talk about the feminine, we're actually talking about the great receiver. Most of us have spent our lives rowing against the current, trying to force life to happen on our terms. And that's exhausting. So taking back your power isn't about rowing harder. It's about realizing that you are the water. It's shifting from that hunter mentality, the person who chases what they want, and moving into the magnet who knows that what is meant for them is actually seeking them already. Let's define the architecture of sinking. How do you actually sink? Well, it starts with a physical and energetic surrender. Let's think about the way that we've been taught to even hold ourselves. Chest out, chin up, stomach in. We are literally armoring our most vulnerable centers. When we live in this braced state, our energy is concentrated in the head and the throat. We're living from the neck up in this thinking loop. So sinking into the feminine means letting your awareness drop. So we drop from the head, past the throat, past the heart, and into the sacral area, because this is the seat of creation, that second chakra. It's also where babies are made. So obviously that's this dark soil where the seed begins. And when we sink in, we stop trying to know the future and we actually become more present. And move from the logic of the mind to the wisdom of the gut. And that space, it's impossible to be anxious. There is only this deep pulsing frequency of I am. Like I am because I am. So it is time to reclaim your right to receive. For many of us, especially the high achievers, the hardest part about the feminine frequency is receiving. We've been taught that we have to deserve what we've worked for. We have a debt-based subconscious. If I haven't done enough today, I don't deserve to rest or to have ease. But the feminine frequency doesn't operate on debt. It operates on inheritance. And taking back your power means reclaiming your right to be supported by the universe. It's the audacity to sit still and trust that the supply is always there. When you stop hustling for your worth, you create a vacuum that the universe is eager to fill. You start to see that the more you soften and allow, the more resources, ideas, and connections actually find their way to you. These are the synchronistic events that just unfold effortlessly. So I want to invite you into practicing sinking right now. This isn't really a technique, it's more of a return. So if you can, close down your eyes and release the breath. I said release, so don't take a breath, just let it leave you. Let the exhale be longer and then inhale. You'll feel this physical drop. You can feel the weight of yourself in the seat or the bed, and just let it go. Let it expand and be soft. Then instead of asking, what do I need to do next? It's how does this moment want to hold me? Witness the resistance that comes up, because the old self will tell you this is lazy or there's so much to do. It will tell you you're losing time. Just witness that chatter and sink deeply and deeply anyway, because you aren't losing time. You're entering vertical time, the space where miracles actually do happen. I call this the sovereign return, because a person who has reclaimed their feminine power is unstoppable, not because they're the loudest, but because they're the most unshakable. They don't need to chase because they know they are the destination. So as you go through your week, I suggest that you notice when you start to row, which basically is the efforting, and notice when you start to brace yourself or hold your muscles tight, tense up. And in those moments, just remember, you have the power to sink any moment, any time, wherever you are. You have the power to be the ocean. And it's time to watch this video here.